Hi everyone, it's Bae bringing you Captain Tsubasa Dream Team, the global version. I am showing you the Japanese version, but I would like to go over all the new stuff that's coming up to you guys soon, because there was an announcement from the officials in the Club Games broadcast, right? And I watched that real quick, and yeah, I checked all the things that's coming up, and one of the biggest feature that will come to you guys real soon is the removable cards. Yeah. So I think I was mentioning several times in the past video that you will someday get this removal card where you can take off characters' sub-skills and then put that sub-skill that you took off to another character. It has to be the same character, okay? So for example, like if you take off Napoleon's cannon volley, and if you want to put that to another character, it has to be one of the Napoleons that exist. Yeah, it can't be any other character, because when you take off with this card, the skill that came off will show with Napoleon's face on it, which means it'll only be it will only fits Napoleon. Yeah, so that's the limitation of this, but it's good because, you know, I'm sure, you know, by now many of you have already taught many skills when you have like duplications, or like when you have like two different, like for example Misakis, but you don't want that boomerang. You know that you're not gonna use that boomerang Misaki, so you just take off. Well, you teach that boomerang shot to like this green Misaki or something like that, right? But now, after you move, like for example, the boomerang shot to for example this Misaki, and you afterwards get this Senko Raiju shot Misaki, and because that Misaki has stronger shooting power, you want to, you know, give this boomerang shot you originally gave to this green Misaki to the new Senko Raiju Misaki. You can do that by using this card. Yeah, but if they are to do it, give away these cards the same way they did for the Japanese version, you'll only be able to get it from Challenge Road prize, and it's not that easy, by the way. For those who might have watched one of my videos going over Challenge Road, you will know how difficult it is. And yeah, and Challenge Road, as I mentioned, will also come to you guys at the same time. And in Challenge Road, there's gonna be 30 stages, and every time you clear each stage, you'll get a dream ball as a first clearing bonus, and also at a certain level or like stages, you'll get like a prize. For example, like they said legendary drills, or SSR notes, or SSR coaches, and I think they'll also give you like SSR guaranteed tickets. That's what they did at the very initial Challenge Road in Japan. Yeah, I'm not sure because they didn't mention that. But the biggest prize will be removal cards. But for Japan, when this first came out, I don't remember exactly, but they only gave out this removal card at like a real end stages, like at level 30, or I don't remember exactly, but yeah. So it's not gonna be that easy, these stages, Challenge Road. Okay, for example, I'll show you because it's right now on in Japan. It's not gonna be the same as this one because this is our like third or fourth Challenge Road, so you'll probably have the first. Well, this 30 stages never changed, I think, so it's gonna be the same. So the limitations will be at the beginning. It's like road 1 will be like use only green types, 11 green type characters. Road 2, again same thing, but the opponent will be different from Nankatsu Junior High to Otomo Junior High. That's it. And then third stage, it'll change from green to red. You'll have to use all red characters, and so on, right? And then blue, and then use particular formation only. And then at road 8, it's a bit annoying, but they'll force you to use SR or below characters, but the opponent will be weak. Like if you see here, the opponent's stats will only be like 38,000. That's super weak, so you'll be able to at this road. Okay, it's only road 8, right? But if you go on and go on, the limitation will be stricter and the opponent will be stronger. So you have to be you have to really prepare yourself. So for this is gonna be the prize for clearing these stages will be pretty good, especially the higher stages. So you should prepare yourself, especially by making a formation with just using like SR characters. So level your SR strong characters out of your SRs that you have, and also you might want to, well, you could do this afterwards, but if you challenge this challenge roll and find out that although you leveled your characters to max, you're having difficulty, then you might have to teach some good skills so that they'll power up even further. Yeah. And there are also limitations like use Aoi and Zeno Hernandez and score with Aoi, or like use Tsubasa and Pepe and score with either one of them, or like use at least 5 Real Japan 7 characters. So I'm sure this was what happened in Japan. You know, we never expected something like this. So when we found out, when this challenge world first came to us and we faced this stage, we were like, we don't have Real Japan characters because we normally throw them away because it's useless. But so please, you know, keep it, okay? Keep whatever characters, you know, at least one character, so that in case when you challenge this challenge road, you might need them. And it says like for road 19, use limited Japanese characters. It says you can't use Nitta, Soda, Tachibana, Jito, Wakashimazu, Hyuga, Misaki. You can't use these. Is this limitation for road 19? And for road 20, it says use Thai characters, so like Bunak, Konsawa brothers, and score 4 points with these Thai characters, either one of them. But the thing is, it sounds difficult, but it says all Thai characters will be boosted by 400%, so they're gonna be super strong. So actually, this road isn't that hard. And something like make a hat trick with Hyuga, or like so you're losing at the beginning of the you are forced to play the game from the middle, like the second half. It starts from second half and you're already losing, and they make you win from there kind of event or stage. And again, SR or below, but this time the opponent is 138,000, so it's a lot stronger than stage 8. And like this one, use only red type, and you have to make 2 goals from espadas. And this time the team skill, stats is way stronger, 460,000 for the opponent. And use Hino and Victorino and score 2 goals with these characters, whichever. And use Akai, Matsuyama, Wakabayashi and beat Sweden national team. And road 29 would be use only Japanese characters and beat Brazilian team. And the very last road 30 is use 3 or more Brazilian characters and defeat all Japan team. Yeah, so this is gonna be pretty hard. If you look at the opponent's stats, it's almost like 800k, okay? That's how strong, and they will ask you to use at least 3 Brazilian characters. So for those who don't have like Rivero or Salinas, it's gonna be really tough. Yeah, or Natureza, of course. But it says you get some boost, so all Brazilian characters will have all parameters 50% up, so that's good. But the thing is, it says team skills are not allowed. So the limitation is really strict. But you know, if you look here, it shows the prize. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but this is how it is in Japan. So if you win road 5, you get SSR notes, 5 each. That's, who cares about that, right? Road 10, you get SSR coaches, 5 each. That's not a big deal either. And road 15, you get UR notes. And then road 20, you get the rainbow drill or whatever you call it. And then at road 23, you finally get this removal card. And then road 25, you get SSR guaranteed ticket. And road 27, another removal card. And then road 30, you get SSR black ball. And for Japan, this didn't come to us at the very first challenge road, so I don't know if you'll get this at the very initial challenge road. But there's gonna be EX stage after you clear all 30 stages, which is super hard, way harder than a normal mode, because if you look at the stats, it's 740k, plus you have to use Leo and Pepe and score 3 goals. Okay, so it's gonna be hard. Yeah, but you know, this EX stage, it changes every time, it varies, so I don't know what's it gonna be for you guys. Yeah, so let's just hope something real hard doesn't come to you guys. But yeah, I assume, sorry, how many times do I say I assume you won't have EX stage at the very first challenge road. So yeah, because then, you know, they would, club games would have mentioned it in the last broadcast, which they didn't, right? Yeah, so that's challenge road. So prepare yourself, especially raise your SR characters, and also check out your characters that you have to see if you could create your team with only green, blue, red, and what else? Yeah, that's challenge road. And also the high school event is coming, right? It says with the Misaki banner, high school event is coming, and I don't remember exactly, but there's gonna be some event stages where you go over and over and collect all the Japanese characters, including Misaki, like the Nankatsu characters. So it's gonna be like Taki, Kisugi, Morisaki, players like that. And then if I remember correctly, in Japan, afterwards you had to keep these, and you have to make these, you know, you first get it from as R characters, R rarity, but you'll have to grow these characters to UR. Yeah, so this is the event, so you keep getting these characters by going over and over these stages, and you know, you there's a certain particular way to evolve these characters. It's not, you don't use these drills as usual characters, but you need like certain amount of Misaki you need these Misaki to blend to the base Misaki, and then he'll become from UR to SR, and then SR to SSR, SSR to UR. Yeah, that's what you have to do. So you're gonna be needing tons of Misaki and all these Japanese characters in order for you to reach UR. But you have to do this because in Japan, I don't know how it's gonna be for global, but after, you know, this event, we still needed these characters to because they would get like a point boost for the next event. I don't know if this is the case for you guys, but because I don't think club games mentioned this, but it was like that in Japan. So we were warned by club games that to raise these characters to prepare ourselves for the next event, which yeah, so that could be the case, so be careful. And yeah, I think those are the big stuff that's coming. And of course, sorry, one more thing is Schneider. Red Schneider will come to the club transfer, and this will have A rank shot, but it's gonna be like a penalty area shot. So I think it's high ball, fire, diving head, or no, it's diving head, so I think it's low ball. It's not that good, to be honest. I'll show you. Schneider, right? So it's this one. Yeah. So this is his stats. It's not that good. You know, usually club transfer characters aren't that strong, but you know, they're here for its skills. And for him, it's a low ball, fire diving head with this stats at maximum level. I would say, to be honest, it's not that good. So don't bother to go after it. I wouldn't if I were you, because normally, you know, for any Schneiders, they have way better shooting skills. So I don't think you will be using this. And for club transfer characters, you can't level this skill so much because they don't come out that often, right? So I don't think, you know, you'll be able to reach like higher level for this skill by, you know, keep getting this from the transfer. I doubt you could do that. So yeah, that's the case. And last but not least, the Dream Fest characters will come: Levin, Napoleon, and Pierre, like we all probably were able to guess, right? So let's go over them once again. But in my previous past video, I did Dream Fest ranking, and I put Levin as number 4 or 5. 4. Levin as 4, Pierre as 3, and Napoleon as 1. That's how strong they are, and the reason is simply because their team skill is super good. It's a parameter boost 10% each, all 3 of them. Okay, and of course, you know, each character's stats and skills, it's all good. It's all good. Like for example, Pierre, he's super good. Probably he will be the better blocker than, well, not better, but like at the same level as the collection bro, Robson. Yes, that's how strong he'll be. And his block stats will be 7,528, and his power is 6,500, and he'll have a S rank block skill. And yeah, he's gonna be super strong, and also he'll be triple position. He could do defense, DM, and AM. So you could use him wherever you like. You know, it really, you know, you could adjust to what other characters you have. It's really easy for you to adjust with this Pierre. And next is Levin. He is red type. He has 10% boost for red, and he could do both OMF and DMF. I ranked him at number 4, and that is because his stat is really everything is good. He's like an almighty character, so nothing edgy, but that's the thing. You know, I personally think in this game, it's better to be edgy than to be average. Of course, you know, Levin, because he's a fast character, I said average, but way above average. Everything is way above the average. So, for example, his offense is 18,500, defense 18,480, and physical 17,000. So everything is super high, like fast. So his stats will be like something close to Natureza, I would say. Yeah, very similar, I think. Yeah, but I think, yeah, it's very similar. Yeah, but I would say Levin's stats are a bit higher overall. Yeah, that's the case. And he'll have a S rank shot as a main skill, where he doesn't lose momentum shooting from distance, which is good. Yeah, but his shot power is like 6,700, and his power in the physical section is 6,100. So compared to the other fast characters, his shooting stats aren't that good. So I wouldn't level this shot skill level too much, because that's what I did, and I regret it a bit. Yeah, so be careful. Yeah, and last but not least, Napoleon. So he is super strong. I said I ranked him number 1, and that's how strong he is, because he has the parameter boost 10% for red, like Levin. So what would be best is to get both Levin and Napoleon. Then you have 10% boost for red, and 20% for red, right, altogether already with just these 2 characters. And you would also want Pierre if you have Napoleon, because his passive is if you have Pierre in your team, in your starting lineup together with this Fest Napoleon, all parameter will be boosted by 10% for Napoleon. So that's how strong he'll be. He's already strong, but he get boosted 10 more %. Yeah, and I forgot to mention all the other characters passive. So I should have showed you from here. So Pierre, his passive is, so this is his stats, okay? So he's really weighted on block, but his tackle is also pretty good, and his technique is also pretty high, and his pass is high. So that's good, because he has a slider pass. So he could dodge, opponent characters after you take the ball away from them. And these are the skills: S rank block, A rank interception, and A rank slider pass. And his passive is blue type killer. So when he goes up against blue type, all parameter will go up by 10%. That's good, right? Yeah, and he could do 3 positions. And for Levin, it's the same story. So when he goes up against green type, all parameter will go up by 10%. So this is Levin, his stats right here. It's like Natureza, I would say, a bit higher than Natureza, but very average. Everything is super high, yeah, but nothing edgy. And his S rank shot, new 11 shot. So as you can see, at level 99, it's only 440, so it's not that strong. Yeah, so please think carefully, okay, whether to level this shot or not. And he has also an A rank tackle and A rank dribble. And his passive, as I said, is a green type killer, okay. And lastly, Napoleon. So his passive is unique. So if Pierre is in the starting lineup together, all his parameter will go up by 10%. So if you have any other Pierre, like Butterfly Tackle Pierre or the very initial blue type Pierre, that's good. You could use him together, but it would be, of course, best to use the Fest Pierre together with this Fest. And then his parameter, it's already super high, right? His offense is almost 20,000. And his physical is 18,000, but this will be boosted 10% more if you have Pierre together. And that will be 21,878 offense and 18,234 defense, and physical 19,967. So that's way above average. Way above average. I mean, in terms of when you compare him with any other Fest characters, okay? Not normal gacha transfer character. I'm talking compared to Fest characters, he's already way above average. So that's why I rank him number 1. Okay, so if you have Pierre, that's the thing. Okay, you have to have Pierre to fully utilize his power. Okay, and so please do the 10% math with this stats. But it's gonna be, I'll just quickly go over. His dribble will be 6,200, shot will be 8,700, pass 6,800, tackle 6,400, block 5,800, interception 5,900, speed 6,000, power 7,900, technique 6,000. So what's really hot with him is his power in the physical is 7,900, almost 8,000, and his shooting power is 8,700, almost 9,000. So if you put these together, it'll be a monster. Okay, yeah. So that's Napoleon. And his main skill is S rank shot, cannon burst shot. So it's not super good like Riser's shot, but already, you know, because his stats are super high, it's gonna be super intense. Yeah. And he also has a high ball shot, which is not that strong, but it's S rank, and also A rank tackle. Yes, and there will be SSR raid for him, which is a 1-2 raid with Misaki. So for those who have a transfer limited Misaki, you would definitely want this 1-2 skill because it's super strong. Because as you can see, his pass skill is pretty high, and if you have Pierre together, his pass will be 6,800 and his technique will be 6,000. So with this stats, if you use that 1-2 skill, it's gonna be super strong. So that's why. For those especially who are going with red, you would definitely want this Napoleon. Well, not only this Napoleon, but you know, all these 3 characters are super good. So yeah, do go after these characters. I would, yeah. But also you have to keep in mind that there will be World Cup event. I'm sure they haven't said anything officially, but I think because in the Japanese club games official broadcast, I think the one before the previous one, the official said vaguely that they are preparing something for World Cup. Yeah, and he said stay tuned. Yeah, that's what they said. So I think they're gonna bring something big for both Japan version and global version. So for those who are playing this game free to play, be careful. If you use too many of your Dream Balls here at this Dreamfest, you might regret yourself. But you know, you never know because nothing's been announced and nobody knows. So yeah, be careful. Yeah, that's all I could say at the moment. So that's about it for today. I hope you liked it, and please do subscribe for those who haven't yet, and stay tuned for my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.